Magandang hapon, bansang Pilipinas. Narito po tayo ngayon sa special coverage ng PTV News na kung saan sinaselebrate po ng Philippine National Police ang 115th Police Service Anniversary. Ako po, si Waywaya Makalma.
At ako naman po si Sweden Velado. Tema po ng programa ngayong hapon ay hamon ng pagbabago, pinag-iba yung serbisyo, kung saan panauhing pandangal po natin sa programang ito si Pangulong Rodrigo Rody Duterte. At anumang oras mula ngayon ay inaasahan nating darating na siya dito sa loob ng Camp Crame para nga pangunahan itong programa dito sa may multi-purpose center ng Camp Crame. At bibigyan po siya ng arrival honor. At ang mag-welcome po sa kanya ay walang iba kundi si nakikita na po natin ngayon sa ating monitor sa inyong television screen ang pagdating po ni Pangulong Duterte. Siya po ay winelcome mismo ni PNP Chief Director General Ronald Bato de la Rosa. At may iba pa po tayong police officials na nagbibigay ng pag-welcome at pagbati sa kanya.
At yan po, nagsisimula na po ang arrival honors para sa kanilang Commander-in-Chief na si President Rodrigo Duterte.
Ito pong inyo pong nakikita ay bahagi po ng special na programa para nga po dito sa 115th Police Service Anniversary. At inaasahan po natin na pagkatapos po ng arrival honors na yan ay yung pag-awit naman ng ating national anthem, yung Lupang Hinirang mula sa PNP Choral.
Pangulo, dana po ang tanod pandangal upang libutin.
The President will now inspect the troops. Trooping the line, ladies and gentlemen, is the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Rodrigo Rody Duterte, our guest of honor and speaker in today's 115th Police Anniversary celebration. He's being accompanied by the police host, Police Director General Ronald de la Rosa, Chief Philippine National Police, and the Honor Guard Commander, Police Chief Superintendent Abad Osit, Deputy Director of the Directorate for Integrated Police Operations, Visayas. Trooping the line is a long-time tradition in the Philippine National Police, which gives the guests of honor a chance to view the troops.
Tangal! Go! Pinanong, pugay kamay. Oh! Pinanong, baba kamay. Oh! Baba! Oh! Ala Pangulo. Tapos po, parangal. Makinig sa pahayag na paabot ng ating panauhing pandangal ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, ang kanyang taus-pusong pasasalamat sa parangal na binigay natin sa kanya ngayong hapon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the arrival honors have been completed.
Yan po natunghayan natin ang arrival honors kay Presidente Rodrigo Roa Duterte ng Philippine National Police. Just so to give you a background po, ang First National Police Service po ay naorganisahan noong August 8, 1901. Ito po yung formal na formation ng Insular Constabulary. At
nagkaroon na rin yan over the years ng iba't ibang forms and functions mula sa Insular Constabulary. Yan po ay kinalaunan ay naging Philippine National Police na nagsimula naman itatag noong January 29, 1991 sa bisa ng Republic Act 6975.
At makikita po natin ngayon yung mga VIPs, so very important persons po na dumalo nga sa 115 police anniversary. Dito po yan sa Campo Crame na kung saan nakita natin ang ilang diplomats at ngayon po ay papasok na ng multi-purpose hall si Presidente Rodrigo Duterte kasama si PNP Chief Ronald De La Rosa.
At nabanggit po kanina yung ilang VIPs na dumating, namataan po natin ang ilang mga importanteng bisita tulad nila dating Pangulong Fidel V. Ramos at Chinese Ambassador Zhao Jianhua. At of course, nariyan din ang pamilya ni PNP Chief Ronald Bato de la Rosa. May ilan tayong mga senador din na nakita. Si Taguig Mayor Lani Cayetano ay nakita rin po nating dumating kanina.
May ilang opisyal din tayong nakita, yung mga matataas na opisyal ng Philippine National Police Command Group din at kasama din ng mga regional directors ng Philippine National Police. At sa programa po ng ating ngayong hapon ay natapos na po ang entry of colors at susunod naman po ang national anthem na pangungunahan naman po ng PNP Choral.
At pagkatapos po niyan ay ang pagbibigay ng interfaith prayer. So mula po sa Catholic community, ang panalangin po ay pangunahan ni Police Superintendent Joselito Borja. Sa evangelical community naman ay si Police Superintendent Samuel A. Erandio. At mula naman po sa Muslim community, yan ay pangunahan ni Police Senior Inspector Al-Kabir M. Pandi. At for the welcome remarks naman, si Police Director General Ronald De La Rosa po para sa welcome remarks dahil sa 115 police anniversary po ng Philippine National Police. Yes.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
kayang magiliw, prela sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisiin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdirimbing, ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng buwan, hangin magsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pagbay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please remain standing for the interfaith prayer by Police Superintendent Joselito Borja, Police Superintendent Samuel Erandio, and Police Senior Inspector Alcabir Pandi from the Chaplain Service.
Let us put ourselves before God in prayer. Almighty God, you made us PNP personnel for a reason, to serve you, our country, and people.
We humble ourselves to you as we gather today to celebrate the 115th Police Service Anniversary with the theme, Hamon ng Pagbabago, Pinag-iba yung Serbisyo. Guide all PNP personnel for us to be the change that we want our organization and our nation to be, by rendering true and honest service to the people, from the national headquarters down to every police station and precinct.
Grant us the will and commitment to turn away from decisions and actions that will tarnish the credibility and integrity of our institution. Help us to be truly worthy of the trust and confidence of our constituents, whom we have sworn to serve and protect.
Enlighten all our leaders, headed by our guest of honor and speaker, President Rodrigo Rody Duterte, Republic of the Philippines, so that they may lead us in expressing genuine change in all our undertakings, so that we may be able to realize true and lasting peace, order, and prosperity. All this we raise unto your mighty name. Amen.
Please be seated.
The Chief of the Philippine National Police, Police Director General Ronald De La Rosa, will now give his welcome remarks.
President Rodrigo Rody Duterte, sir, distinguished guests, fellow public servants, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the men and women of the Philippine National Police, let me welcome you all to the 115th Police Service Anniversary Celebration. Panahong muli upang sariwain ang makulay na kasaysayan ng pulisya at magbigay pugay sa kabayanihan ng ating mga kapatid na pulis sa nakaraang siglo. The pages of PNP history are filled with stories of both the triumphs and defeats of our police heroes, from which we have learned valuable lessons in policing and police service. And as history continues to unfold, we will fill the succeeding pages with our own stories and show our countrymen that their police force remains an organization of fine officers and gentlemen and gallant public servants who are the heroes of our times. Hamon ng pagbabago, pinag-ibayong serbisyo. Yan po ang hinaharap ng pambansang pulisya ngayon. Higit na makabuluhan ang pagdiriwang na ito sa gitna ng pababagong nagaganap sa ating mahal na bayan. Sa pagpasok ng bagong administrasyon sa pamumuno ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, nagkaroon ng panibagong sigla ang ating kapulisan sa pagpapatupad ng batas at paglilingkod sa bayan. Nagising muli sa ating mga puso ang matinding pagmamahal sa bayan at paggalang sa watawat. At naghahari muli sa puso ng kapulisan ang layuning bigyan ng sapat na proteksyon ang taong bayan upang manatili silang ligtas sa anumang kapahamakan. Never in previous years have we waged such relentless war against crime and illegal drugs. And never in the PNP's recent history have we awakened such fervor from among our men and women to risk life and limb to save our youth and the rest of our countrymen from the vicious claws of the illegal drug menace. Let me just mention some significant results of this campaign. From July 1 to August 11, we conducted a total of 306,991 house visitations in the implementation of Oplan Tokhang or Tok Hangyo, in English, knock and plead, where we knock and pleaded to suspected drug users and pushers to surrender and mend their ways. As a result, 518,310 users and 45,799 pushers of a total of 564,109 drug personalities surrendered to authorities. A total of 7,830 were arrested, while 572 have been killed. More uniformed police personnel are now visible in the streets, and the campaign against crime and lawlessness continues to gain ground. Walang humpay ang ating pagtugis sa mga kriminal. Walang tigil ang pagsuyod sa mga lansangan at komunidad upang matukoy na droga, arestuhin, pasalarin at ibalik ang kapayapaan at kaligtasan ng ating mga kababayan. The same war within the PNP, misfits and scalawags, but of police personnel involved in illegal drugs. From July 1 to August 10, 18 PNP personnel have been dismissed from the service. 2 were suspended, 37 cases have been filed. And as everyone knows, more than 30 police officers who were in the President Duterte's watch list of PNP members involved in illegal drug trade submitted themselves for investigation here in Camp Crame last August 8. Napakalungkot isipin na may mga pulis na nakasangkot sa illegal na droga. Under my watch, I will not allow this situation to worsen. And I will do everything within my power and authority to address and put an end to this problem. Sa gitna ng mga panganib at sa harap ng mga taong nagdududa sa ating layunin at kakayahan, taas noo at buong tapang pa rin nating ipagtatanggol ang mamamayan at ilayo sila sa kapahamakan. Sabayan natin ang pagbabago sa buong bansa sa pamamagitan ng pinag-ibayong serbisyo. Tandaan natin na tayong mga pulis ay pumasok sa serbisyo upang maglingkod sa bayan, hindi upang pagkakitaan ang ating kapangyarihan. Pumasok tayo sa serbisyo upang panatilihing ligtas ang taong bayan, hindi upang saktan at abusuhin sila. At pumasok tayo sa serbisyo upang ipatupad ang mga batas at itaguyod ang kapayapaan, hindi upang protektahan ang mga illegal na gawain. At narito tayo ngayon sa serbisyo upang maging ehemplo ng paglilingkod na magiting, malinis at mahusay. Bilang ama ng organisasyong ito, nais kong makita ang marami pang mga bayaning pulis sa ating mga hanay. Hindi nyo kailangan magbuwis ng buhay upang maging bayani. Maghandog lang kayo ng malinis at maayos na paglilingkod. Magpakatatag sa gitna ng unos, maging matapang sa harap ng panganib, taas noong harapin ang anumang pagsubok at magsilbi kayo mula sa puso. Sa ganitong paraan, makiisa kayo sa hanay ng ating mga bayani. At ito naman ay susuklian ko kasama ng buong liderato ng pulisya ng tamang pag-aaruga sa inyo at sa inyong mga pamilya at pagtugon sa inyong mga pangangailangan bilang mga sandigan ng bayan. At this point, I want to thank our beloved President Rodrigo Duterte for the strong support and inspiration that he continues to give us. Ganado po kaming magtrabaho dahil kayo po ang aming ehemplo ng serbisyong magiting, malinis, matapang at tapat. Sa kabila ng mga kakulangan sa armas at iba pang mga kagamitan, mananatiling masigasig po ang aming paglilingkod at pakikibaka laban sa krimen at sa masasamang loob. Sa tiwala po ng ating Pangulo, sa kapulisan at sa kanyang malakas na suporta, pati rin ang suporta ng taong bayan. Patuloy pa rin ang aming masipag na pagpapatupad ng batas at pagsulong ng kaayusan at kapayapaan sa ating mga lansangan. We continue to strongly implement our transformation agenda as we heed the present administration call for positive change in the country. As we now celebrate the Police Service 115th year, we will do so with a renewal of our commitment to the police ideals of service, honor, and justice. Naway patuloy na maghari sa ating mga puso ang paglilingkod na marangal at makatarungan. At sa ating mga membrong bibigyang parangal ngayong araw na ito, binabati ko kayong lahat sa ngalan ng pambansang pulisya. Ipagpatuloy ninyo ang magandang serbisyo sa sambayanan at patunayang ang kapulisan ay tunay na tagapagtanggol ng mamamayan at sandigan ng ating bayan. Sa ating lahat, maligayang bati sa pagdiriwang natin ng ikasandaang at 15 taong anibersaryo ng serbisyong kapulisan. Mabuhay po!
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now witness the presentation of awards to the men and women of the Philippine National Police and selected units for their outstanding services rendered to the community. We now request the first set of awardees to please rise for the presentation of awards. And to present the awards is the President Rodrigo Rody Duterte, to be assisted by Undersecretary Catalino Cuy, Acting Secretary of the DILG, and Police Director General Ronald De La Rosa, the Chief of the Philippine National Police. For the individual awardees, the Achievement Award is presented to Police Senior Superintendent Valeriano T. De Leon of Police Regional Office 11, Davao, for having been adjudged as Best Senior Police Commissioned Officer for Administration for the year 2015 in grateful recognition of his outstanding performance in the field of administration.
Achievement Award is presented to Police Superintendent Reynald Arino of the Special Action Force for having been adjudged as the Best Senior Police Commissioned Officer for Operations for the year 2015 in grateful recognition of his outstanding performance in the field of operations.
The Achievement Award is presented to Police Inspector Lito Pirote of Anti-Illegal Drugs Group for having been adjudged as Best Junior Police Commissioned Officer for the year 2015 in grateful recognition of his outstanding performance in the field of operations.
Achievement Award is presented to Senior Police Officer 1 May M. Rubio of Police Regional Office 3 for having been adjudged as the Best Senior Police Non-Commissioned Officer for the year 2015 in grateful recognition of her outstanding performance in the field of administration and operations.
The Achievement Award is presented to Police Officer 2 Jonathan Robles of Police Regional Office 3 for having been adjudged as Best Junior Police Non-Commissioned Officer for the year 2015 in grateful recognition of his outstanding performance in the field of administration and operations.
The Achievement Award is presented to non-uniformed personnel Rosana D. Tupas from Police Regional Office 6 for having been adjudged as the Best Non-Uniformed Personnel Supervisory Level for the year 2015.
The Achievement Award is presented to non-uniformed personnel Mary Jean Nadres from the Directorate for Plans for having been adjudged as Best Non-Uniformed Personnel Non-Supervisory Level for the year 2015. For the unit awardees,
the award of recognition and presidential streamer are presented to Police Regional Office 2 for having been adjudged as the best police regional office for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Chief Superintendent Gilbert C. Sosa, Regional Director, Police Regional Office 2.
the award of recognition and NAPOLCOM streamer are presented to Information Technology Management Service for having been adjudged as the best National Administrative Support Unit for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Chief Superintendent Edwin Jose Nemenso, Director, ITMS.
The award of recognition and Chief PNP streamer are presented to Special Action Force for having been adjudged as the best National Operational Support Unit for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Chief Superintendent Benjamin M. Lusa, Director, Special Action Force.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Bulacan Police Provincial Office for having been adjudged as the best police provincial office for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Senior Superintendent Romeo Caramat Jr., Acting Provincial Director.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Iligan City Police Office, Police Regional Office 10, for having been adjudged as the best city police office for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Senior Superintendent Leonie Roy Ga, City Director, Iligan City Police Office.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Santa Rosa City Police Station for having been adjudged as the best component city police station for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Superintendent Giovanni Martinez, Chief of Police, Santa Rosa City Police Station.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Nagcarlan Municipal Police Station Police Regional Office 4A for having been adjudged as the best municipal police station for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Chief Inspector Leopoldo M. Ferrer Jr., Chief of Police, Nagcarlan Municipal Police Station.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer presented to Regional Public Safety Battalion 13 for having been adjudged as the best Regional Public Safety Battalion for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Superintendent Chito Bersaluna, Acting Battalion Commander, Regional Public Safety Battalion 13.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Pangasinan Provincial Public Safety Company for having been adjudged as the best provincial public safety company for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Superintendent Virgilio C. Pascua Jr., Company Commander, Pangasinan Provincial Public Safety Company.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Zamboanga City Public Safety Company for having been adjudged as the best city public safety company for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Superintendent Ariston Limos, Company Commander, Zamboanga City Public Safety Company.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Women and Children Protection Desk, Police Regional Office 11, for having been adjudged as the best Women and Children Protection Desk for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Chief Inspector Jacqueline A. Antero, Chief Women and Children Protection Desk, Police Regional Office 11.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Regional Police Human Rights Desk, PRO 3, for having been adjudged as the best Regional Human Rights Desk for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Superintendent Hercules Ileto, Chief Regional Human Rights Desk, Police Regional Office 3.
The award of recognition and PNP Unit Streamer are presented to Police Strategy Management Unit, Police Regional Office Cordillera, for having been adjudged as the best Police Strategy Management Unit for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Chief Superintendent Robert Kineri, Deputy Regional Director for Administration, Police Regional Office Cordillera.
The award of recognition and PNP Unit Streamer are presented to Regional Special Training Unit, Police Regional Office 2, for having been adjudged as the best Regional Special Training Unit for the year 2015. The award will be received by Police Superintendent Jojo de la Cruz, Chief Regional Special Training Unit, Police Regional Office 2. For the special awardees,
the award of recognition and PNP Unit Streamer are presented to Police Regional Office 5 in recognition for the unit with most members of private armed groups neutralized during the election period PRO level. The award will be received by Police Chief Superintendent Melvin Ramon Buenafe, Regional Director, Police Regional Office 5.
The award of recognition and PNP Unit Streamer are presented to Cebu Police Provincial Office in recognition for the unit with most number of firearms accounted, seized, recovered, and surrendered during the election period for Police Provincial Office and City Police Office level. The award will be received by Police Senior Superintendent Jose Macanas, Acting Provincial Director, Cebu Police Provincial Office.
Award of recognition and PNP Unit Streamer are presented to Police Regional Office 13 in recognition for the unit with the least number of election-related violent incidents during the election period. The award will be received by Police Chief Superintendent Rolando B. Felix, Regional Director, Police Regional Office 13.
The award of recognition and PNP Unit Streamer are presented to Regional Special Operations Task Group Pangasinan in recognition for the best Regional Special Operations Task Group. The award will be received by Police Chief Superintendent Marlo Chan, Deputy Director, Directorate for Integrated Police Operation, Eastern Mindanao.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Rizal Police Provincial Office, Police Regional Office 4A, in recognition for the unit with the most number of confiscated, seized, recovered, and surrendered loose firearms for calendar year 2015. The award will be received by Police Senior Superintendent Adriano T. Enong, Provincial Director, Rizal Police Provincial Office.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Criminal Investigation and Detection Group in recognition for the unit with a notable accomplishment in the campaign against illegal drugs. The award will be received by Police Chief Superintendent Ruel Obusan, Acting Director, Criminal Investigation and Detection Group.
The award of recognition and PNP unit streamer are presented to Police Regional Office 3 for having the highest number of arrested drug pushers in relation to PNP Anti-Illegal Drugs Campaign Plan Project Double Barrel from July 1, 2016 to August 11, 2016. The award will be received by Police Chief Superintendent Aaron N. Aquino, Regional Director, Police Regional Office 3.
Congratulations to all the awardees. Thank you very much, sir. You may now take your seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, Police Director General Ronald De La Rosa, Chief Philippine National Police, will now introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Republic of the Philippines.
Kindly sit. Thank you. President Fidel V. Ramos, Executive Secretary Salvador Midaldi, and other members of the Cabinet, Excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps, Police Director General Ronald De La Rosa, Undersecretary Catalino Coy, the officers and men and women of the Philippine National Police, my fellow workers in government, my beloved countrymen. I'd like, before I forget, my warmest congratulations, felicitations to the awardees today, this afternoon. And I would like you to know that I am greatly gratified by your work you have shown. Salamat po sa inyo. Now, along the way, upon my assumption, I had to do things here inside the PNP because I had to do it. I had no recourse but it was a call of duty and nothing personal. And I hope that everybody here would understand that. You know, the fight against crime and criminality are eternal. The fight is eternal, rather. Because in every generation and every body politic, wherever there is a government, a congregation of men, human beings, we would have problems about establishing law and order. In the Philippines, we are Filipinos are no exception. We have had our share of our agony and misery. In my generation, especially now, we have seen our country devastated by drugs. And it has not only affected millions, but a lot of them are no longer viable as human beings in this planet. You know, about 2 years ago, PDEA came out with the statistics that there are about 3 million plus Filipinos already afflicted with drugs. And if you just compute by incremental increase, put it at a very liberal rate, let us say 700. So you have about 3,700,000 Filipinos who are dependent on drugs. And what is really very unsettling is that a year or more of shabu use would shrink the brain of a person, and therefore he is no longer viable for rehabilitation. Unlike the poppy derivatives, the heroin and cocaine, they are all grown from an organic plant, that is the poppy. But meth is something else. It is a deadly mix of chemicals, and even the water used in mixing the shabu itself uses the battery, the acid water of a battery we use to fill up our battery to run our motor vehicles. And that is why I hope everybody should understand that. And once in a while, we see a lot of ranting about human rights in my campaign against drugs. Let me be frank with you this afternoon. The fight against drugs will continue and unrelenting until we have destroyed the apparatus operating in the entire country. Now, let me be a lawyer for a moment. A lot of bleeding hearts, including senators of this republic, are complaining about the death rate in the fight against drugs. And by last counting, they say it's about 1,000. Well, you know, place it at a very, I said, conservative estimate. Let us now say that there are about 400 drug addicts no longer eligible for rehabilitation, for they are really crazy and out of their senses and no longer have the cognitive value of their person, of their talent. So what do we do with it? About 300 dead living Filipinos. You know, it's very easy to complain. We in government, and I myself who ordered the campaign against drugs, take full and sole responsibility for it. And for those who are killed, in a police operation, in a firefight, we are willing to submit ourselves for an investigation before anybody. And I would like also to just say, why would the United Nations be so easy to be swayed into interfering in the affairs of this republic? There are about just 1,000. There are a lot of people, innocent women, child, young women, young men, old women, being killed elsewhere in this world without even saying the slightest justice. Take, for example, in the Middle East. I have yet to complain, the United Nations complaining publicly, even not criticizing the countries who are into it and bombing villages and communities, killing everybody there, including the goats and the cows and the dogs. I have yet to complain the UN President state publicly over and over again because of the loss of the lives of innocent people. That is the problem. And here comes a UN easily swayed and coming on a very stupid proposition of them. You know, for those who are killed by the other drug syndicates, we can only investigate, but do not attribute the acts of other criminals upon my government. I say the easiest way of really just being into politics. And here is a senator complaining when one day I will tell you that the her driver herself, who was her lover, was the one also collecting money for her during the campaign. Here is an immoral woman flaunting, well, of course, insofar as the wife of the driver was concerned, it's adultery. Here is a woman who funded the house of her lover. And yet we do not say any complaint about it. Those money came readily from drugs. The intercept between Muntinlupa and the driver were far beyond making sure that somebody was involved. But in fairness, I would never say here that the driver gave the money to her. But by the looks of it, she has it. Ang kapahirap dito. Namumulit ka posturing when you yourself has a very sordid personal and official life. I will show to you, I have this CD when she first investigated me in Davao for human rights violation. Before the press entering the hotel lobby, she said, I will prove that Duterte is connected with the DDS, Davao Death Squad. Until now, she keeps on yakking, and she has forgotten that tape which I had recorded. I would like her to eat it in my presence, but I cannot do it because it is not an accepted edible food for human beings. What's the problem? We inject politics, only 1,000 died, and you put my country in peril, in jeopardy, for the 600 now. Lives wasted, destroyed, families broken, children left, husband and wife together with so many orphans whose parents are alive. Yan ang pinakamahirap dito sa bayan na to. And frankly, one of the things that really prompted me was at the urgings of President Ramos, because he himself, as a matter of fact, knew what was going on. And he came to me repeatedly and said, "You run so that you'll have a president from Mindanao and one who can save this nation." President is here, you can ask him. Long before we started the campaign, we already knew what was wrong with the PNP. And I had that's why I had to do something about it. As president, I could not have started my administration with a corrupt Philippine National Police. Alam mo, when I was mayor, and you can ask anybody for that matter, in Davao City was one place where the police during my time was protected if they were in the performance of their duties. Once they were disciplined and suspended, I had to pay for the basic salary, the take-home pay, so that the family will not go hungry. I provided the lawyer, and as a matter of fact, I intervened actively. I will not elaborate on it. If I feel that they would be wrongly accused and maybe sent to prison for no reason at all. There was a time when about 27 of the best officers, they are in these halls today, were ordered dismissed. And I practically went into a rebellion and said to the Manila government, this decision was not acceptable to me at all. And I stood my path, and I insisted. And that is why Davao City progressed tremendously, progressively, because of the police and the military who gave me their full support. So in return, what can I do for you, my dear policemen, police officers? I have increased your salaries. You are the first, double your present salary by December. You have gotten the full. And I included the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the PDEA. Same, working and gambling with your lives, facing criminals. The Philippines is not in its best law and order situation. You're facing so many fronts. I'm facing the Communist Party of the Philippines, and I am talking. We are facing an insurrection, Muslim insurgency in Mindanao. I am talking with the MI and the MN. I tried desperately to talk sense to the Abu Sayyaf, but they refused. And so there's no other way to destroy them. I have gone out of my way to make the Philippines safe again. I won by a sheer majority of 6 million, which until today appalls me, because I really do not know how I got the 15 million with a 6 million majority from the next neighbor. So I could only think of the many things that I said, but most importantly, I would say that what prompted the audience, the Filipino nation, take notice of what was coming in or out my mouth was this: I will give you a clean government, and it will be so, and it will be done. I promise them I will suppress crime and take control of the drug situation which was really running wild in our country today. Make no mistake about it. I repeat again for all everybody's consumption. Do not kill if you are not in danger of losing your life. But in effecting an arrest, when there is a violent resistance, because in effecting an arrest, you have to overcome the guy to bring him to the folds of the law. If you cannot bring him to the police station, if you cannot place him under the control of the law, because that is your job, to arrest, which means to overcome the resistance. But if the resistance is violent, thereby placing your life in jeopardy, shoot him dead. Can I be more clearer than that? Now, we are trying to fix everything. We do not want war. We cannot build a nation over the bones of our people, our citizens. But at the time when it calls for an action to protect the entire nation, especially the young, I have placed myself at stake. I said before, and I will say it again and again and again until this statement goes into the mind of those who are listening, including the senators. I place my honor, my life, and even losing the presidency. Just, I said, be careful with me, because when I say I will do it for my country, I will do it even if I have to kill you or be killed in the process. I will not allow anybody to destroy my country. I will not allow anybody to destroy the next generation. Of what good will it be to us when I am already old and my children or the children's children are gone berserk and crazy? Who will spoon feed me with my food when I am old? Who will buy the medicines for me? I am not rich. Who will pay the hospital bills for me? My children. And if you destroy my children, you shall have destroyed me well in advance. That is the thing that I would never, never allow to happen in my country during my watch. Now, I'd like to go back to what I want to do to you. I want to be strict. I want this government, this organization to be clean. And I expect that every money to run the organization will reach down to the precinct level. There are things which I would like to say, but better said among us. But I said, I have appointed men of goodwill who will see to it that the money intended down to the last patrolman there on the street will have a share of the operations of the Philippine National Police. I would never countenance graft and corruption. Not this time. For those of you who are used to it, then wait for another 6 years. The 6 years would really be something which we have to work on honestly between us, between your president and yourself. But I will support you. Do not worry about cases. I will give you the lawyer. Do not be intimidated about statements with the United Nations. You know, United Nations, you can only investigate genocide when you kill without giving a hoot if you're killing children, the whole community, you bomb there, that is genocide. But when you kill criminals who fight with you and criminals who fight amongst themselves, that is the least of our duty. But we will answer. For every incident there that involves the killing of a human being, whether it is really connected with the fulfillment of a duty of the police or not, have it investigated by the EAS or by the DCIDG and the investigating arms of the organization. That way we can be transparent to everybody. And when I really do not know who's going to come here with I would like to whack him in the head. Somebody here from nowhere would come here just investigating for nonsense. Do not investigate us as if we are criminals when the police do their duty. No. Do not do that. Don't ever do that. I would not receive you warmly in this country. But if you come here to explain or maybe to the UN about the happenings of criminals who kill themselves for being killed because many persons have been waiting for this time. Those who lost their sons and daughters to drugs. Maybe they sweat fit this time to take the sweet revenge that they have been longing for. Me, for example, if I were an ordinary citizen and I have lost my daughter to drugs, she gets pregnant 5 times a year, she is despoiled because of drugs. I've lost my son and another son. Bullshit, I will kill you. I will kill you. I will take the law into my own hands. I will not eat sitting down. Forget about the laws of men. Forget about the laws of international law, whatever. I'll just ask you simply, the eternal justice that runs this universe. But what right do you have to cook shabu and feed it to my children to make them crazy and become useless forever? Who gave you the right in this universe, in this planet, to rape my 1-year-old daughter, to kill a 6-year-old son, to despoil the body of my son and daughter? Because you were under the influence of shabu, which makes you crazy. Of the 600, nearing 600 now, safely I would say there are about 200 who are already permanently crazy. I would need an asylum for the insane to house all those thousands of them. I would need the military spaces instead of just allowing the military to go about the thing unbridled, undisturbed. I have asked the military, because they have the reservations, the biggest ones, of course, to give space so that I can start the building of rehab centers all over the country. I am just waiting for the kind help of our neighbor who is willing to help us. That is my problem. That is my burden. But I said, over and above all these things, I hold it as an article of faith that we can never progress, we can never develop until there is law and order in these islands. Mindanao especially. It's a very fertile land. The pays that they're collecting taxes without let up. Then we have the sporadic and intermittent killings of the Moro rebels and government. I have to go to Cotabato tomorrow again to visit the wounded and the 2 soldiers who were killed last week. From here, I go to Taguig, to the naval station, because there is a Navy man there who died in action about 4 days ago. Those are the pitfalls. Those are the wages we have to pay because we cannot have peace in this land. And that is why the bulk of my effort would really be to seek peace with everybody. And I promised you, the PNP, the rank and file, you will have your salaries doubled, then I would offer free education from kindergarten to high school. Well, when they reach college, there are those who are gifted by God. I am not one of them, who are really the bright, and they can go and pursue. We can have this scholarship. But for those who do not want to study like me before, who seems to be resistant to good education, well, we can always have the technical, and we will have the help of many of our Asian brother nations. China, for example, Japan, Taipei is also one of those, and Thailand, everybody. What China has offered us well in advance to help us training in agriculture. So I'd like to thank you. And we have the United Nations helping us in all efforts of humanitarian efforts. So we'd like to thank you, the donor of these countries, Canada, and everybody for helping my country. In return, may I just be allowed to say that do not be afraid to invest in the Philippines, whether as help or by assistance or business investments. Come here, there will be no hanky-panky, no asking for tips and everything. All you have to do is to tell me, call me, there's a number, and I will do the processing myself for you. And will give you the paper with you just sitting down. And I promise you that anybody, even a whisper, do not ever think about it, because even a whisper can get you into trouble. That is how serious I am, because that is what the people expected of me. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte of the Republic of the Philippines.
Okay, natunghayan po natin ang programa rin po sa Philippine National Police sa kanilang 150 na Police Service Anniversary. Nauna po magsalita kanina bilang welcome remarks si PNP Chief Police Director Ronald De La Rosa, na kung saan sa pag-upo ng bagong administrasyon ay nagsimula muli ang sigla ng Philippine National Police, na kung saan nagsimula muli ang paggalang nila ng bawat kapulisan sa ating watawat. Dinagdag pa nga, ito'y sinabi nga ni PNP Chief De La Rosa bilang ama ng buong organisasyon. Anya, simula nang umupo siya sa pwesto ay patuloy ang pagpapatrolya ng mga kapulisan sa lansangan sa
Ladies and gentlemen, the exit of callers.
PNP Lingkod ng Bayan HIM at Sweden kanina binanggit nga ni PNP Chief De La Rosa sa ating kapulisan na ipagpatuloy lamang ang kanilang mandato dahil meron nga lamang silang 6 na buwan para nga makamit ang or masugpo nila rather ang krimen at illegal na droga sa bansa at kanyang binanggit nga ang pinakahuling datos nga sa kanilang isinasagawa sa Oplan Double Barrel na mula July 1 hanggang August 11 umaabot na sa higit 306,000 ang nakatok nilang mga bahay at umaabot na rin sa 564,109 ang mga nagsurrender o sumuko sa kanila ng mga drug users at pushers sa buong bansa. Umabot na rin sa 7,830 ang arestado na mga pinaniwala ang mga drug users at pushers sa ating bansa habang ang mga drug suspects ay umaabot na sa 573 ang mga nasawi.
At dahil nga Aya sa naging pagiging magiting at yung mga contribution ng ating mga uniformed personnel mula sa hanay ng Philippine National Police ay marami sa kanila ay nakatanggap ng papuri at parangal mula mismo kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Nakatanggap ang ilan ng unit awards kagaya ng Best Police Regional Office, Best City Police Office, Best Municipal Police Station. Meron ding mga special unit awards para sa most members of PAGs or private armed groups neutralized during the election period. Yung mga may pinakamaraming nakuhang firearms na noong panahon din ng eleksyon. Meron ding mga individual awards gaya ng Best Senior Police Commissioned Officer. At doon nga sa ibinigay na talumpati ni Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte ay nagpaubot ito ng kanyang pasasalamat sa mga miyembro nga ng Philippine National Police dahil sa kanilang patuloy na ginagawang trabaho dito nga sa kampanya laban sa pagsugpo sa illegal na droga.
Oo, tama ka nga dyan, Sweden. Kanina lang natunghayan natin ang exit callers which means natapos na po ang programa dito para sa 115th anniversary nga ng police service. At nagpasalamat din si Police Director General Ronald De La Rosa kay Presidente Duterte sa pagbibigay nga ng suporta sa kanila, unrelenting support nga ika niya nga kanina sa kanyang speech sa kanilang ginagawang kampanya laban sa illegal na droga.
At kanina rin ay sa naging talumpati nga ng Pangulo, bagamat merong mga tumututol o merong mga komento, mga negative comments pa rin na naririnig, binigyan din ito na magpapatuloy yung kanyang laban kontra illegal na droga. Sabi niya nga the fight against illegal drugs is eternal. Dahil sa kada henerasyon na dumarating ay meron talagang illegal drugs na papasok sa ating bansa. At kailangan na patuloy talaga itong sugpuin dahil sabi niya nga, I will take care, I will protect my children.
Correct, tama ka dyan. Dahil dyan, sabi nga niya, nag-promise siya sa PNP, maging sa military na rin na dadagdagan niya ang sweldo at even ang mga PDEA agents ay dadagdagan niya ng sweldo dahil sila lagi yung nasa frontline nga na nagbibigay serbisyo sa ating bayan para nga wala na talaga totally ang illegal drugs at krimen sa ating bansa, Sweden.
Talagang napakalaki talaga ng factor at contributions niya ng PNP. Nabanggit mo kanina yung PDEA. Actually, na-mention din niya ni Pangulong Duterte sa kanyang speech kanina na 2 years ago pala ay naglabas ng report itong PDEA at doon ay nalaman na halos nasa 3 milyong Filipinos na yung afflicted ng illegal drugs. Kaya naman gano'n na lang po katindi at kalawak yung ipini-implementang drug campaign nito ni Pangulong Duterte. At sinabi niya na ito si Pangulong or dating Pangulong Fidel V. Ramos nga ay sinabing kailangan tumakbo na talaga siya. Ito ay nung mga panahong nag-iisip pa lang si Pangulong Duterte kung siya ba ay talagang tatakbo nga sa pagka-presidente. Sabi niya, tumakbo ka na para magkaroon naman ng kauna-unahang presidente mula sa Mindanao at I think and I believe that you are the best person who can save this country.
That's right. Even nga yung sa command conference kahapon ng Philippine National Police ay meron na rin silang mapping sa buong bansa. Meron na silang mga nakita. Actually, meron ba siyang na-monitor sa ilang region dito sa ating bansa na medyo malaki-laki daw yung pula. Which means ito yung mga lugar na kanilang binabantayan na mataas nga ang illegal drug trade sa mga rehiyon na yon. However, hindi man niya binanggit to pero natukoy na nila ito ng Philippine National Police. At katatapos lamang po ng mga photo ops ng iba't ibang units ng Philippine National Police. And I think they will go to cocktails. Ngayon po ay kinakamayan ni Presidente Rodrigo Duterte si former President Fidel Ramos at kasama niyang kausap ay si NSC Secretary Hermogenes Esperon.
At bago ito, kanina natunghayan natin na kasama rin sa entablado ni Pangulong Duterte si Undersecretary Catalino Cuy in behalf of Interior Secretary Mike Sueno. So sa ngayon, nagkakaroon lang ng kaunting pag-uusap. Ito nga si Pangulong Duterte kasama ang kanyang strongest supporter na si dating Pangulong Fidel V. Ramos. At gaya nga na nabanggit mo kanina, pagkatapos nito ay magtutungo na sila sa isang maliit na salo-salo sa pamamagitan ng isang cocktails party.
Yes, Sweden. Yes, just so to give you a background, si former President Fidel Ramos ay ang itinalaga ni Presidente Rodriguez bilang special envoy nga para sa China nga, para ito yung sa pag-usapan nga ang sigalot nga sa West Philippine Sea. However, kagagaling nga lang niya doon sa China, kasama niya si Rafael Alunan, former DILG Secretary. Bagamat hindi naman nagbigay pa ng detalye si former President Ramos kung ano yung mga natalakay nila nung nagpunta sila doon, dahil nais nga niya munang i-report muna ito kay Presidente bago niya isa publiko ang lahat.
At yes, ngayon nga, very interesting itong pagtatagpong ito ay dahil kanina ay kausap niya si dating President Ramos. Ngayon naman ay kinamayan niya kanina lang ito si Chinese Ambassador Zhao Jianhua. So talagang makahulugan itong kanilang naging pagkikita. At siguro balikan na lang din natin ay yung significance nitong pagdiriwang ng 115th Police Service Anniversary dahil nga dito sa mga contribution nga ng ating police personnel. At the reason din po bakit talaga ginagawa ni Pangulong Duterte itong pagpapasalamat dahil nga sa kanilang mga campaign against war ay dahil naninindigan siya na ayaw niya talagang simulan yung kanyang administrasyon ng marumi at may korupsyon at kabilang na rin dyan yung illegal drugs.
Kumbaga ito yung naging promise na niya sa more than 6 million voters na bumoto nga sa kanya nung nagdaang eleksyon. At sa ngayon ay tapusan niyang kamayan ang ilang mga diplomatic corps at papalabas na po si Presidente Duterte sa multi-purpose
Alright. Okay. Kanina po ay nabanggit nga ni Aya na makakatanggap na or magdodoble na yung salary ng ating kapulisan at matatanggap nila ito ng buo Aya sa buwan ng Disyembre. So yan po ay good news para sa ating Philippine National Police officers and members.
Of course, natanong natin kanina si PNP Chief De La Rosa na hindi lamang yung mga nasa mababang ranggo ang matutuwa, maging siya ay natutuwa rin sa pagdagdag nga. Actually, double nga raw ang magiging dagdag na sahod ng Philippine National Police. Dahil rito, high moral ang buong kapulisan at malamang ay magdo-double and triple the effort sila patungkol nga sa pagsugpungan nila sa krimen at illegal na droga within 6 months.
Itong effort na to ay para pa rin sa sinasabi nga ni Pangulong Duterte na kayo talaga ay aalagaan ko, kayo ay poprotektahan ko. In fact, kahit pa may mga sinasabi itong sa side ng human rights, na dahil nga of course meron pa rin tayo mga natatanggap na feedback about it dahil sa kanilang mga ilang napapatay na sinasabi nga daw ay allegedly innocent. Sinabi niya na kung kayo ay imbestigahan man at if you're in line of duty, I will protect you and I will even provide you a lawyer. At nagbigay siya ng halimbawa doon nga daw sa Davao City, merong mga ilang miyembro ng Davao City Police na nasangkot sa or sumailalim sa isang investigasyon at never niyang iniwan. At talagang nag-provide siya ng lawyer para sa mga ito at makakaasa din ang ating mga kapulisan sa kasalukuyan na ganong klaseng pag-aalaga din yung kanila matatanggap mula sa Pangulo.
Alam mo, Sweden, dahil nga dito sa mga ipinapakita, sinasabi or binibitawan na mensahe ng mga leader natin ngayon, Commander-in-Chief nila at maging ama ng Philippine National Police kung paano sila suportahan. Kaya naman maraming pulis nga ngayon sinasabi nga na sobra ang high moral nila ngayon at kahit pagod na sila, ongoing pa rin, ginagawa pa rin nila yung mga best effort nila para nga talaga makamit nila itong 6 months nilang pagsugpo sa illegal na droga. At tapos na po ang programa dito sa Campo Crame na kung saan natunghayan nyo po ang selebrasyon ng 115 Police Anniversary po ng Philippine National Police. At muli po, ako si Waywaya Makalma.
At para sa PTV News, ako po si Sweden Velado.